Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about Nmat exam. Nmat exam is the first MBA exam which is going to occur for the session 2020. Nmat has declared that the entrance exam they are going to conduct, its registration will start from August 1, 2020, and without late fees, the registration will get closed by October 5, 2020. With a fees of 2000, you can normally register for your Nmat. But if you want to register with your late fees, there is an extension of 10 days given to you, that is from 6th of October to 16th of October 2020. You can register with rupees 2500, just 500 rupees extra for the remaining 10 days. The first step is you have to register yourself for Nmat 2020. Then you have to do a scheduling of your exam. That the scheduling of your exam will start from August 1st only, and it will end on 18th of October. Now, what is the process and when the exam is going to? This year, exam is going to start from October 6th. That is the next day once the simple registration get closed, and it will be conducted till 19th of December 2020. The same thing like last year or last few years we have seen, NMAT gives you an option of retaking the exam. So this is also they are going to give you a retaking exam process also. So for retaking exam process, you have to start register yourself for the retake after 5th of October, that is 7th of October. From 7th of October, you can start yourself re-registration for your retake, and then you can apply till 16th of December for this retake exam. Similarly, once you start registration for retake or your normal registration, you will get a time of 7 days to actually schedule your exam. But scheduling of your exam is a compulsory process. Please make a mark. If you fill the form, you are not going to get the complete process. What is important that you should actually register for the date, schedule yourself for the date, register for the exam and then schedule yourself for the date. That is going to give you the complete process. In this way, you can fill your form completely. And in case if you have scheduled your exam, let's say on 10th of October, and now you want to reschedule it to next date because of some personal circumstances, you can still do that, but for that you have to pay 1100 rupees extra to reschedule your exam. Now we are going to talk about the most important part of our video, that is we are going to talk about the NMAT test structure. The NMAT this year has given equal weightage to all the sections. That is, there are 3 sections in NMAT this year, that is language skills, quantitative skills, logical reasoning, and there are 36 questions to each of these sections. So overall NMAT will be of 108 questions with 120 minutes. But the sectional time limit this year has changed. For doing 36 questions of language, you have just 28 minutes. Try and understand just 28 minutes and 36 questions. So what is required? You require a lot of speed, lot of accuracy, and that will help you to gain good marks. And then in quantitative skills, you have to attempt 36 questions in 52 minutes. That you have almost like 100 seconds for a question. So that if you have 100 seconds for a question, again speed will be the matter of your choice, because if you don't have a good speed, then you will not be able to score very well in this NMAT. And now the third section, logical reasoning, with 40 minutes given to it, that is almost equal to 65 or 66 seconds given for a question, and you need to complete this section in just 40 minutes. Another important objective for NMAT is you can not switch between the sections. Once your order is selected, you can select your order in the beginning of the exam. You can select your order Quant LRD, column LR English, or you can select English LR Quant, whatever is you are comfortable with. But you cannot change it after you start the exam. And once you cannot also jump in between the sections. The times are given to you is fixed. If you have finished your math section in only 40 minutes, then your 12 minutes you have to sit idle. You cannot utilize that 12 minutes in another section. The greatest change the NMAT has brought this year is they are not going to give you a normal paper. They are going to give you adaptive paper. Now let's understand what this term adaptive means. The adaptive means what? If you do a question right of a lower level, then the next question will be of a higher level. And if you do the second question correct, then the third question will be of more higher level. And if you do this also correct, the next question will be of more higher level. And once This way, what will happen? This is the same pattern that GMAC is following from previous so many years. And in this way, what is going to happen? आप जो भी क्वेश्चन करने की कोशिश करेंगे, अगर आप उससे अच्छा क्वेश्चन कर पाते हैं, तो you will get good weightage for that marks. The higher the difficulty, more the marks is given to you. एंड वंस यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि डिफिकल्टी जैसे ही आपकी बढ़ते चलेगी वैसे वैसे आपका स्कोर भी बढ़ते चलेगा. सो इट इज नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ इफ यू डू ओनली 10 क्वेश्चन राइट और 15 क्वेश्चन राइट और 20 क्वेश्चन राइट और 36 क्वेश्चन राइट. द मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चन यू कैन अटेम्प्ट इज 36, but if you do some less, all questions will not be of same marks, because the difficult question will have a higher weightage and a simple question will have a lower weightage. And last and the least, this year the exam is not going to be in the section of 15 days or a slot of 15 days. Your result will be just declared after 48 hours of your exam paper. Means you can decide whether you want to go for retake or not just after 48 hours of your exam. But the retake time will only start once. You can only register yourself for retake after 7th October. And for that again you have to pay the complete fee of rupees 2000 to retake the exam. Now let's talk about the last part of the section, that is we are going to talk about what you need to take when you are going for the exam. So the first thing you should take is the confirmation email that you have got in your email ID when you have registered yourself. Second, you should take the admit card which is given to you when you have scheduled yourself for your NMAT exam. And the third and the most important thing, you need to carry 2 photo IDs with yourself, that is one for the photo and second is for the signature, and that you have to priorly mention in your form. So you just make sure that you have those copies in your hand when you submit your form, because you have to take the same photo ID and signature IDs with you once you go for the exam. Some of the photo IDs which are acceptable by NMAT are passport, PAN card, voter ID and Aadhaar card. And for signature you can go for debit card or something like driving license, something like that. And some registration like magistrate or affidavit, those things are not accepted at all by NMAT. Please make sure. Another important disclosure which NMAT makes every year is that after giving the exam, if you disclose any of the question to any of your students and if that is proved, then you have to get your admission will get dismissed from the exam. The best thing you should understand over here is that you can join lots of WhatsApp group, lots of FB groups, but you don't have to disclose the question on that group. Whatever is there, you can discuss with the people, you can understand the concept, you can learn the concept, but you should not discuss the question which has come in your exam. If it is you are found to be guilty for it, your admission process will be cancelled. And make sure, some of my students have already faced this problem last year. So be sure that you don't make this kind of mistake this year.